How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mob map to Farming Simulator 22 called Ostseeküste. I know that name's a little rough for me, but we are going to start with the description as always, and it reads: "Welcome to the Baltic Sea. The landscape is characterized by hedges and hills. There are small and big farmers. Small or big farmers? Question mark. It's your decision. You got all possibilities to be there. 66 fields and meadows, 5 farms, 1 biogas plant, 4 woods for forestry, own buildings, own textures, own license plates, realistic stubble destruction, dig and waterhole fill up by rain, animated trains, animated ships, prepared for precision farming with own soil map, seasonal map objects, 5 selling points, animal dealer, collectibles, have fun on insert map name, and successful harvest." That is a rough name for me to pronounce. This was created by Taker LS and is 208.97 megabytes to download. There are required mods. They will download if you download this directly from the mod hub. Those required mods are the wind turbine package by Razak, Old Farm Package by DMI 20mm Normandy, Old Cowshed by DMI 20mm Normandy, Dutch Shed Pack by Raft Farmer and DMI 20mm Normandy, the EU Factories by DMI 20mm Normandy, Dutch Contractor Shed by Dutch Modding Inc., Cowshed Pack by the DMI 20mm Normandy, and Bunker Silo Set by Mohawk. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map. This is what this map looks like. Where do you start? You start all the way up here right by the sea, at the northwesternmost portion of the map. What do we own? Well, we own several things. We own farmlands number 59, 56, and number 3. Field prices do vary, as you can see. 20,000, 100,000, 273. So obviously the smaller fields will get you smaller prices, bigger fields, bigger prices. So you will be able to kind of build up into the bigger and bigger things as you continue to grow and progress on this map. So it's pretty nice. It's not like it's going to be like an all or nothing kind of map. You can purchase the peripheries. Click here. Farmland number 1, $0. So items will include like the shop location as well as just a lot of these outer peripheries where the selling stations are. So be really good for story building and things like that. You do not start out with any animal barns. There are contracts on this map. You do not start out with production chains. And there are collectibles. There are 100 of them. I assume because there are 100 is going to be the Elm Creek wooden toys. Unfortunately, I haven't found any up until this point. There are specific mods to this map. If you look under farmhouses, right here, you'll see the map name 22 mod and the big white block. I think that white block is an error, but it is just a giant house. And also under landscaping and painting, there's plenty of textures that are custom to this map, as well as some trees. So we start here on the map. This is our starting farm. We turn around, looks like we just came out of our house here. We have our sleep trigger directly behind us. We come around the side, we have all of our starting equipment. A little bit of storage space. This is a very, very small farm to start, and that's what they were saying the difference between small and big farmers is you start out as one of the small guys, and you're going to build yourself up from there. But what kind of equipment do we have? Let's take a look. Under owned items, under small tractors, we have a Fendt Favorite 515C. Under trailers, we have the Kloss Carrot 140 TD. Under cultivators, the Horsch Toronto 3FX. Seeders, the Nordstein HK25 plus NS3030. Under sprayers, we have the Hardy Mega 1200L. Under front loaders, the Quickie Q4M. Front loader tools, we have the Albert pellet fork and universal bucket. Under weights, we have the Kloss W1200 as well as the 10-winkle FGB600. And then under miscellaneous, we have the Amazon T-Pack U. That is all of our starting equipment. Let's go ahead and hop in a tractor and we will start making the rounds. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a right out of here to get to our first point of interest, but then we're going to do some backtracking. So based on my first walkthrough, this map, very, very pretty. I really kind of enjoy this kind of coastline drive that they have right here. That's really, really nice. It's just, there's a lot of like touches and scenery that's like just kind of, I don't know, like again, very natural kind of feel to it, but very standout-ish. Really like that. Right here is our first point of interest. This is the stone sell point, place where you can sell your stones. Now from here, this is where we turn around and backtrack. Again, just a real pretty kind of coastline picture right there. Houses right on the coast. Your farm right up against the coast, like not right up against the line, the shoreline, but you know, easily within walking distance. And then right here is our next point of interest. This is the grain mill. You can purchase this for $96,000. And then right in front of it is a lime station. It's this buy point for lime. And then leaving there. Now the one thing I will say is that there's quite a bit of distance between various points of interest. Lot of space in between, which on one hand is nice because it makes the map feel like very large, but at the same time it's, you know, you're gonna have to spend some time covering some distance. Over here is the next production point. This is the dairy. You can purchase this for $70,000. Outputs right here, inputs right there. And the outputs and inputs at the grain mill, I should have pointed that out, but they were right there by the trigger point. Over here is the main shop area. Right here you have your repair trigger. And then over here you have another repair trigger inside this doorway. Over here you have some like a gas station and refill points. I believe this also works as a methane recharge point. So if you have a methane vehicle, then you can recharge it there as well. Over here is the main shop area. Click into that. You can access all your various menus. Hop back in the tractor. Now I will say this is kind of a small... See, I want to choose my words very properly here. There's obviously fields that are very large, which can handle large equipment. You can see down here in the south, in the middle, there's very large fields. The problem with that is there are areas that are very, very narrow. Like this lane right here, this is a water buy point that we're heading to. So you're going to have like a range of different size equipment to do very specific jobs. So you're going to have large harvesters to do those big fields, but then at the same time you're going to have small vehicles as well to be able to get into these tight areas like this. So right here off to my right is the water buy point. We just have to come around, and also there are very specific access points for pretty much all the fields. And hiding behind all these trees, like where all these trees are planted, is a large berm. So if you try and hop over it, oftentimes you'll get your tractor or piece of equipment stuck. So I do not recommend field hopping on this map, because you're more than likely just going to get stuck and have to reset your vehicles. Unless they're small enough to be able to get over the berm, but small enough not to hit any of the branches and get stuck. Off to our left is another one of our fields. I really can't see it, can you, from there? There we go. There's the field. Oh, I was looking down at my notes. And over here is the biogas plant. Now you'll notice that I'm not starting with the standard, $100,000 like all the other maps do. That's because I imported some money into this, because there's going to be several points of interest where I need to purchase. So while we're here, let's go ahead and check out where we've been and what we've seen. We started here at the farm, went to the north along the coastline here and saw the stone sell point, came back past our farm, checked out the grain mill as well as the lime buying station, came all the way down here, down this little side street in the back. We saw the dairy, came back here, saw the vehicle shop as well as the repair triggers and gas stations, came out down this little lane here for the water purchase point, came back out. Now we headed all the way down south to here. This is the biogas plant. If you go to your purchasing screen, click on it, it's farmland number 61. It's $786,560 to purchase. If we go ahead and purchase that, now you'll see the biogas plant up here. And if we open that, you can now see all your various triggers and menus are available for you to select. This is just a standard biogas plant. There's no like additional crops that can be input or anything like that. You've got your digestate output here, your input for solids here, and your liquids input, I believe, is around the back. Yep, here it is, right here. Let's go ahead and hop back into our tractor. And we'll just make the loop around the backside. So there are several farms locations on this map. I will say that our farm that we start out with, I'm going to label as farm number 1. And what we're approaching now is farm number 2. And again, going to be purchasing each of the farms just to be able to show you what each one of them come with, so it's not a surprise. And right here up on our left, this is farm number 2. We're just going to park right here. We're going to take a look at our map, because we have to purchase it. We were here at the biogas plant, pulled back out, up and around, and bam, right to here. If we purchase farmland number 62 for $81,408, you now see available triggers. Sleep trigger is right here. We have a cow shed right here that can handle 35 cows. And you have your feed and fill triggers right here. You have your output for your milk right there. A bunker silo that I'm walking through at the moment. And actually I think this is your milk trigger back here, and that I think, or is this a slurry? I think this is slurry, sorry. Several places to store additional vehicles, but again, a very small kind of farm. Hop back in our tractor. We'll see our next point of interest coming up right over here. This right here is the Hanson Wholesaler sell point. I leave here. Oh, I missed my turn. Oh, no. Like I said, there are ditches and berms and all sorts of stuff on this map that blend in really well. Like, there's my turn. Like, you wouldn't know that those berms are in between those trees until you actually try and climb over them. So it's one of those, like, the map maker did, I think, a really good job on trying to segment and separate out the various fields without having to put in, like, fencing and stuff. It makes it feel more natural, more, like, actually connected with Mother Nature rather than, you know, the man-made barriers and obstacles. Now again, this is one of those, you know, long drives, but we'll get there. Just very, very pretty views. You get the kind of rolling hills in the farm and the fields. It's like the map maker did a very, very good job in this map, in my opinion. And I'll render a final opinion here in a little bit. Here we go. This is farm number 3. Again, we're going to have to go to our map. So we were here at farm number 2. We came out and saw the Hanson Wholesaler. We came out here, made a left, came all the way down here. We purchased farmland number 60 for $99,712. Now we get more triggers appearing. You have to purchase the farmland in order to gain access to any of these barns and any of the triggers and things like that. Right up front is a sleep trigger. A little bit more storage on this farm. You have another cow barn back here. Another bunker silo. This cow barn can hold 70 cows, so a little bit bigger than the last one we saw. But again, very basic kind of farm. Like, nothing too out there and extraordinary. Like a cow barn and a sleep trigger. That's really about it. Now, kind of come up towards this little town right here. And then almost a small industrial zone just back in behind all these houses. And we will, you know what, we'll go ahead and pull up right up here and hop out. Now, over here, we have the LVE sugar beet sell point. Over here, the LVE potato sell point. We have a lime buying station, a gas station. Come around the side here. Actually, let's hop in the tractor and bring it around. Now this part kind of confused me in the naming convention because things are not lining up with the map properly. So these two I'm not confused about. This one is the LVE wood sell point. Sell your logs and lumber. Over here is the LVE wood chip sell point. Now over here is where there's a little confusion. I believe this is the country trading point LVE. This is where you would send your loose grain. And over here is where you send your solid grain. I think these are just named the same thing, just one's solid, one's loose. Which kind of indicated by the bales and things like that. And then over here is the animal dealer. If you have cows, or if you have animal pens already posted, you can purchase from here. You can load into trailers and go from there. But again, like I was saying before, you have the ability to have large equipment. The problem is that the areas where you need to be able to take things to are not conducive to large equipment. It's very much small scale kind of equipment. So having a big old semi truck is going to be very difficult to get in and out of places like this, just because of how narrow it is and how much the turns are. Like, it's no problem in just a tractor, and maybe just a tractor and a trailer will be fine to get in and out. But like trying to get out of here in a semi, I don't know if that would be really practical. Again, you get more of these kind of rolling hills. It just feels really nice and natural. A tree-lined drive. And up here, we're going to make a right. And we're going to see our next 2 point of interest right over here. Again, another little strip of houses, and then behind everything, just this little kind of industrial, just kind of thing, just plonked right in the middle of it. Now over here, on the back side, this is the Country Trading Point HAGA. Haga. Just a sell point. There is a gas station right here as well. And you know what? You typically see a ladder. Oh. There's a reason for them, but guess not. Anywho, the one thing I will say is up until this point, I have not seen a single collectible on this map. Don't know why, if maybe I'm just breezing right past them, or if they're just that well hidden. So, go into our map. We're here at farmland number 3. We came out down here and took in all these various sell points. We got the sugar beet sell point, the potato sell point, the lime station, the gas station, the country trading point LVE, the wood chip sell point, the wood sell point, and this is called the livestock market, but this is the animal dealer right there. Saw all those, came out up this road here, off to our right, and now we took in the country trading point Haga, and now we're here across the street. If you purchase farmland number 70, it is, I should have said that first, $57,456. This is your farm number 4. Just some storage areas, a little gas station, not gas station, a petrol tank, some more storage with a repair trigger, and that's it. That's all it's at this location. So storage, repair, good to go. I'll go ahead and pull through. Okay. So coming up to this intersection, we're going to be making a right. And up here, going to make a left. Now in the description, they mentioned small farmers and big farmers. Up until this point, we've seen nothing but small farmers. But what we're approaching is definitely the big farmer. Well, you can kind of see it there in the background. That's the silo system. It's the only farm with a built-in silo system. And how big of a farm are we talking? Or farmer are we talking? I'd say pretty big. I'd say pretty big indeed. We go into our map. We were up here at farm number 4. Came out around, up north to this road here. Made a left, and now we're here. Farmland number 57. Purchased that for $529,472. Pretty penny for a piece of property. But there we go. Purchase it. And now you have access to a sleep trigger. Again, just very, very nice. Very pretty estate. And now the farm. Lots of storage. Good amount of storage. Repair trigger. A washing station. A large petrol tank. And here, silo system. Got your input and output right here for your silo. I have no idea how much this holds, but it looks like it'll hold a lot. Couple of weighing stations. Make sure you're not overweight. And more storage. And that is the map. I'm not going to try and pronounce this map name again because holy smokes, this almost broke my brain when I first tried. But yeah, now we're up to the opinion part of the map tour. What did I think of it? Scale of 0 to 5. I would give this map a solid 4. A solid 4. I wouldn't say it's the perfect map, with a 5, but definitely is up there. I really like the way that this is laid out. I like kind of the constraints that are in place, that not only are you going to have to build up uh, your farm, by starting with small parcels and working your way up and getting bigger and bigger that way, but you're going to have a real diverse set of equipment. You are not going to be able to get away with just getting like large pieces of equipment and just kind of go to town. I like the kind of natural division between each of the fields, and how those are laid out. The color palette is very muted on this map. I feel like I don't feel like there's a bunch of like pops of color and things like that that would be, bordering the unnatural kind of aspect. Um, yeah, no, I feel like this is a very strong, solid map, and should definitely give it a chance and check it out because I think a lot of fun could be had on this map. And then you also take into account like a lot of the details that are on this map. You've got like the pipework and fittings just kind of sitting around. You've got just all sorts of just natural and man-made elements that are just kind of plonked around this entire map that just makes it feel, I mean, for lack of a better word, cozy. But at the same time, like, knowing that there's going to be a lot that's going to need to be done in order to, get to this point. To be able to get to this level of farm, you're going to have to put in a lot of work. But I don't know, it's just very picturesque, very serene. You've got these kind of back roads here, this kind of made through road, where little traffic comes through. It's very quiet and calm, but then you go into the other parts of the map where it's kind of hustle and bustle, and when you're the smaller farmer, you're having to deal with more of the city quote unquote kind of traffic and inconveniences that come with it. But yeah, that is the map. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms show you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.